They banished him, but his message crossed oceans. Uncover the hidden chapters of Marcus Garvey's exile and see how his unwavering dream continues to empower generations across the globe. Early life. Marcus Garvey was born on August 17, 1887, in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica. Raised in a poor family, Garvey developed a passion for education and self-improvement from an early age. His upbringing laid the foundation for his later dedication to uplifting the Black community. His early experiences working with printers' unions planted the seeds of collective action, while his travels through Central America and Europe exposed him to the plight of Black people across the globe. This crucible of hardship and insight ignited a passion for Black liberation, fanning the flames of his vision for a unified, self-reliant Black nation. The rise of a visionary. Garvey's transformative journey truly began in 1912 when he moved to London. Exposed to the hardships faced by Black communities globally, he absorbed the principles of the Pan-Africanist movement. This exposure led him to establish the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League in 1914. The organization aimed to unite people of African descent, promoting self-reliance and fostering pride in their heritage. Garvey's charismatic leadership style and unwavering commitment to the cause fueled the UNIA and ACL's growth. The movement became a global force, advocating for the rights and dignity of people of African descent on an unprecedented scale. Back to Africa movement. In 1919, Marcus Garvey introduced one of his most influential and ambitious ideas, the Back to Africa movement. This concept emerged as a response to the historical and ongoing struggles faced by people of African descent across the globe. Garvey envisioned this movement as a catalyst for change, an empowering call to action that would resonate with communities longing for self-determination and freedom. The core idea behind the Back to Africa movement was to encourage people of African descent to return to their ancestral homeland, Africa. Garvey believed that establishing an independent African nation, free from colonial rule, would provide a haven for those seeking refuge from racial discrimination and oppression in other parts of the world. Black Star Line and economic empowerment. In 1919, Marcus Garvey expanded his vision for Black empowerment beyond ideological and cultural spheres. He ventured into the realm of economic self-sufficiency with the founding of the Black Star Line. This ambitious project aimed to provide tangible opportunities for economic empowerment and autonomy within the Black community. The Black Star Line was not just a shipping company, it was a symbol of resistance, resilience, and self-determination. Garvey envisioned it as a means to connect the African diaspora, facilitating the transportation of goods, people, and ideas between Africa and the Americas. The establishment of the Black Star Line was a response to the economic exploitation and limitations faced by Black communities. By having their own shipping line, Garvey aimed to create economic opportunities, circumventing the discriminatory practices that hindered Black businesses and individuals at the time. Persecution and legal battles. As Marcus Garvey's influence grew, so did the scrutiny and opposition from government authorities, who perceived him as a threat to established systems. In 1922, Garvey faced a turning point in his journey when he was arrested on charges of mail fraud related to the Black Star Line. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous period of persecution and legal battles. The charges against Garvey were widely seen as politically motivated, aiming to stifle his burgeoning movement and undermine the momentum he had gained in advocating for Black empowerment. The government accused him of fraudulently selling stocks for the Black Star Line, alleging improprieties in the company's financial dealings. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Marcus Garvey was convicted and sentenced to prison in 1923. This legal battle took a toll not only on him personally, but also on the UNIA and ACL and the broader movement for Black empowerment. The imprisonment of their leader dealt a significant blow to the morale of the community. In 1927, President Calvin Coolidge commuted Garvey's sentence, and he was released from prison. However, the legal battles were far from over. The U.S. government continued its efforts to undermine Garvey, and the UNIA and ACL leading to further legal challenges and financial strain on the organization. The legal persecution and imprisonment left a lasting impact on Marcus Garvey's health and the trajectory of the UNIA and ACL. While the movement continued, it struggled to regain the same level of influence it had enjoyed before the legal battles. Nevertheless, the principles of Black empowerment and self-determination persevered, influencing future generations of leaders. Legacy and impact. Even after facing legal challenges and persecution, Marcus Garvey's legacy endured, leaving an indelible mark on history. One of the key aspects of Garvey's legacy lies in the inspiration he provided to future leaders. Malcolm X, a prominent figure in the civil rights movement, acknowledged Garvey's influence on his ideology. The principles of Black nationalism, self-determination, and the call for a unified Black community echoed the ideas championed by Marcus Garvey. Similarly, Martin Luther King, another iconic leader in the fight for civil rights, recognized Garvey's impact. While their approaches differed, both leaders shared the common goal of achieving equality and justice for African Americans. Beyond the United States, Garvey's ideas resonated with leaders and movements in the Caribbean, Africa, and beyond. The Pan-African movement continued to evolve, drawing inspiration from the groundwork laid by Marcus Garvey in the early 20th century. Honoring Marcus Garvey today. In the 21st century, Marcus Garvey's legacy continues to be honored and celebrated by various individuals, organizations, and communities around the world. The impact of his ideas and the principles he championed in the early 20th century still resonate with those committed to the pursuit of social justice and equality. As we honor Marcus Garvey today, we contribute to the ongoing narrative of resilience, empowerment, and the pursuit of a better future for all.